Hi, Sophies. How are you? So it's December 30, and I hope that you're doing well. So this is our day 3 for the daily vlog. So my sister will be asking me questions, and I'll try to answer them on the based on my POV or my point of view. So what's the first question, dear?
If time is an illusion, how should we approach the concepts of regret and anticipation? Do they matter in the grand scope of existence, or are they simply byproducts of our perception?
Did you hear that? Okay, so the way I understood the question is that if time is an illusion and the past, present, and the future are therefore illusions as well, so how do we navigate our regrets and also anticipation? So if we just answer that literally, of course, we can we have a regret if we are always in the present moment? I don't think so. Can we anticipate something if we are just always in the present? Of course not. So I think that's the most literal. But I think if we will look into the different layers of that question, I think we can delve into regrets and also anticipation, right? So maybe in the past, I think no, I don't know. Does anyone don't have any regrets when they were still younger? If you will ask me if do I have any regrets in life, well, I don't, because whatever decisions that I've made, I made it out of the integrity of my values. So yeah, I think won't. I don't have any regrets, even with the if yung mga what if, di ba? Kasi yun naman yung regret, di ba? What if, ganyan. So, yeah, because we just weigh down our our decisions based on what we have at that point. It includes the knowledge that we have, the resources that we have, right? The level of maturity that we have at that point. So, if, for example, you did something, stupid. I'm sorry for the word, okay, but I mean the behavior is, you know, it's not so good. You take the context, right? So what kind of situation were you in? And I'm not, you know, like hindi ko naman sinasabi na you go to the world and do something dumb, right? But probably, no, to give yourself grace on whatever that you have regret on. So, what were the context? Yeah, okay. Anong nangyayari sa'yo mentally, emotionally at that time, your age at that time, and then the resource that you have. So, if you were able to make not so good decisions when you were younger, then accept that you made a mistake. And then the question right now, and I think what is good because you're listening right now, is that now that you know better, what will you do about it, right? So there are many people who made mistakes when they're younger, and right now they're trying to atone to that and try to make the lives of other people better. Okay, the younger generation. It can be the parents, who were um, very not so good when they're younger, when they were still in their teenage years, and then right now as parents, they do the right thing. They do the good parenting because probably their parents were not really that they were lenient, right? So that's why they were able to make bad decisions. So yeah, so that's why I believe that when it comes to regrets, we can only have regrets if we are too focused on the things that we were not able to do. And I believe the most important thing there is it's okay to have those guilt feelings, but what is good about guilt is that you can do something about it, right? So it's more important because we are pushed to do something in order to compensate for that. Okay? And when it comes to anticipation, of course, it's important, right? When we have goals, when we look forward for something, right? And with time, I think that's something is that is good, right? So I hope that time is not we take that as an advantage, right? That we look forward for something better, and I think that gives us hope, right? All right, that was a hard question. So let's have the second question. So, all right, the second question is
Is it fully is it possible to fully understand and embrace another person's reality? Or are we doomed to live in an isolated world shaped by our own experiences and biases?
all right. Okay. So, as human beings, we have our own experiences, we have our own biases or perspectives on how we view people, on how we view ourselves, on how we view the world, right? And if we're not socializing with other people, we we are doomed. We are doomed to be in isolation. But I think that's what is important when we try to go out there and then try to also socialize with others because I think the most important skill is empathy so that we do not own we look beyond right what people is saying. And of course it depends on the level of of closeness that you have, how deep your relationships are, right? Because we don't need to step beyond boundaries as well. But generally, we are taught to socialize and to look into other people's perspectives to empathize. So, and I think that's something that is very, very beautiful when we are able to do that with other people because we also somehow become one with another person when we try to listen to them and try really to understand and not just because we wanted to you know um, get something from them, like we really experience another person that's really powerful, right? And when it comes to socialization, it's quite hard as well because it's a soft skill and it's not taught in school. So it's like a byproduct of you being in school, collaborating with others, but not really taught like just like mathematics, right? When we do algebra. So we become better in socialization when we go out there and we get to meet people. And I think the very important aspects of socialization is communication skills, listening skills, and nonverbal communication and common sense, right? Common sense when we are going to um, try to look how comfortable they are when they are when they are with us. So that's also very very important so that we can also gauge how deep the relationships that we have with them and we don't overstep boundaries as well. So yeah, those are very hard questions, and I hope that you navigate how you view time, especially when it comes to what holds you back. I think the regrets, and so that and also how to socialize with others in order to have good well-being because that's very, very important. Those are the things that we are trying to look into. We have a course era. My sister is taking art class while I am looking into positive psychiatry or psychology. So I hope that you'll be well and you will thrive, not just survive. All right. So sending light and love to all of you Sophies. Bye bye.